Alright guys, welcome back to another Omnia video where we are going to recap everything that was announced in the community live stream for Global Omnia today. So, as always, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for future content. Also, I will be adding a few things that they did not add in this live stream as well, because I guess they want to try to keep it hidden, or they're trying to build up the hype. I'm not entirely sure what their reasoning is behind it, but I will also add in a few things that they did not mention in the live stream today. So let's jump into it. So first things first is we are getting some quality of life improvements. After the maintenance on March the 24th, we are finally getting Auto Plus, something that global players have been wanting for the longest time, ever since it was released in JP a couple months ago. Now, with Auto Plus, the way it's done is it uses abilities now instead of just doing Brave attack and HP attacks. So the way it is set up is that the unit will be using starting first with EX, then to LD, and then either to skill 1 or skill 2. It'll alternate between skill 1 or skill 2. Now, if the EX is not charged up and ready as soon as the battle begins, then it will go with LD, and then it will go with skill 1, skill 2, and then it'll go on from there. During the launch, it will use an HP attack if its max Brave is greater than 20%. You can toggle between the Auto Plus and the default auto from the pause screen, and then the pre-battle checkbox uses the last chosen setting. So if you go into battle, you change it to Auto Plus, and then you're done with that battle and you go out into where you set up your teams and everything like that, it will show that Auto Plus will be automatically done if you click on the little check mark on the bottom part of the screen. So Auto Plus is finally coming. I am so glad, and it is actually very good timing for the Divine Summon that is also coming up here as well. So the other quality of life improvement is going to be some new options at the quest result screen. Now this is going to be very helpful whenever you are farming, say, materials, crystals, or even in the Divine Summon boards. Whenever we are grinding boards, this will help out in saving some time. So basically what this is that with farming purposes, like instead of having to go to the main screen and having to choose your friend, etc., it will automatically just start up the quest over again. So if you're farming crystals, and instead of going to the actual screen, choosing or skipping through the friends list and then hit begin on the quest, you can hit retry and it will do the same quest all over again. This really saves a lot of time in farming purposes, and it's something that with Auto Plus makes farming a breeze now in global. So it's going to be awesome. So the new options at the quest results screen: the support items, you can use another support item; the reform button, return to player select screen for the same quest; and then the retry plays the same quest. If no support was used, it will immediately retry. But if you do choose a friend support, it will return to the receive support screen where you could choose another support unit, and then it'll go back onto the quest. So this is an exciting quality of life improvements, which is awesome. The next other quality of life improvement that is coming to global is the 10 ticket draw feature. Finally, it is finally coming. I know a lot of global players have been wanting this for the longest time, ever since this was released in JP. It is finally coming after the maintenance on the 24th. So the 10 ticket draw feature, you're able to use 10 draw tickets at once. It is the same draw rates as the single draw. It shows gear by order of rarity, so the lowest rarity first. So it will start off at bronze, then silver, then gold, and then burst if you get a burst with the 10 ticket multi. And then it does not grant the extra +1 nor G tokens. So just that's a big thing to remember. Don't think that with the 10 ticket multis you are always guaranteed a 5-star or an extra weapon out of the 10 tickets. So, and then also of course no G tokens because you're not using gems. Another big quality of life improvement, and this is a global first QOL, is the fact that when it comes to co-op, so whenever I do co-op in global, the amount of time that it takes for somebody to actually make a move, it feels like it never happens. But they are changing it up now where the turn timer was originally 60 seconds for other players that you are doing co-op with. From 60 seconds down to 20 seconds, which is fantastic. I'm glad that they are doing this, because it does get really frustrating whenever you are in co-op and the other player is not doing anything. So I'm happy that they finally changed this. If no ability is selected after 20 seconds, it follows the auto plus priority for a set player. So, which is good. Very, very good. So I'm excited about that. So it won't do like no brave attack or HP attack. It'll actually like it will go based off of the order of auto plus, which will be EX or LD or skill 1 or skill 2. So one of the 4. Next up, we are going to talk about the Spring Festival, which will start on the 25th. The Spring Festival, we will have the opportunity to draw from previous EX weapons. So we can get up to 33 free multi-draws with a daily login bonus Spring Festival draw ticket. Now, the ticket is basically the same thing that we got during Anniversary, where you will get that golden ticket and you will do a free multi on said banner, and you can get like up to, you can basically get anything up to EXs. So with these 3 banners that are going to be released, you can use any of these gold tickets on any of these 3 banners. So that is exciting. For me, it's mostly going to be a lot of power stones that I'm going to be getting off of these banners. Afterwards, for the month of April, there will be 11 free first multi-draws, which is exciting. After that, we are going to talk about an event that is coming up as well, the Storming into Springs, a co-op event that is part of the Spring Festival. The daily hunts is going to be changed up as well, which basically the cactuar is going to have the little flower on its head. Cycle quest rewards ×2, the cactuar appearance rate ×2, panel missions, there will be 2 sets. World of Illusions, Carbuncles, Treasures with the chance of the magic pot is returning, and then the triple effect support item sale is also coming. Also, Aerith with her LD banner is coming as well, with a free first multi-draw that will start later during the Spring Festival. There's no exact date on when that's coming, but it is coming. It most likely is probably going to be coming around, I'm going to say, the first week of April. Also, she is getting her alternate costume, and there was going to be a new weapon skin, the Sunflower Rod, which will be for anybody who basically handles a rod. So like Aerith, Vanille, Porm, you know, just characters like that. So that's exciting. I'm excited for that. This LD weapon, if you want me to briefly talk about it, this LD weapon is actually very, very good for Aerith. She becomes a beast with this LD weapon, because basically after you use this LD weapon, you can just brave attack, and then it follows up with an HP attack, and at the same time it's recovering brave, or it's basically like a brave battery for your party. But I'll talk about that, her LD weapon, more in depth whenever we get closer to the release, or we find out a date of her LD banner release. So yeah, it's definitely it's a good LD weapon for sure. Next up is going to be the Stardust Banner. Now, a lot of us know this already. So on the 25th, the Stardust Banner is going to drop, and we, or players, will have the opportunity to pull for basically Squall's, Cloud's, and Lightning's entire kit, including LD and BT. And also there is a free first multi-draw on this banner. They will be getting their LD boards. Squall is getting his rework and awakening. Also, another thing to note is the character enhancement support campaign. So basically, they will have a double experience. They will be featured into the Storming into Spring co-op event. The panel missions for 4 copies of their 15 CP, 35 CP weapons, and their 35 CP armors, which is pretty much free power stones for many veteran players. They will be boosted in the World of Illusions Ultimate Quest. Now, I think somebody did ask during the live stream if they are going to be boosted during the Divine Summon boards. Joshua said that they are not going to be boosted for that Divine Summon grind, so that's kind of a bummer. The World of Illusions support missions for wild points and draw tickets, and then 5,000 enhancement points after strengthening Cloud to Crystal level 50, so free points basically. The draw tickets, if I remember correctly, when this came out in JP, I believe we got 300 tickets. Now, I'm not 100% certain if that is correct, so take that with a grain of salt. I don't want people jumping the gun if they don't get the 300 tickets. I'm not entirely sure if it is 300 tickets, but again, take that with a grain of salt because I'm not entirely sure. It's been forever ago and I cannot remember. But yeah, we are getting an amount of draw tickets. We'll go with that statement. After that, the Ramu Divine Board, the World of Illusions, where we will be able to level up Ramu up to level 40. You can earn illusion points from the new level 150 quest, which will strengthen Ramu with Ramu illusion boards. And of course, if you have Mog Pass, the grind will be much faster. Now, the Divine Boost event will last up until April the 13th. Reworks. Emperor is getting a rework and Celeste is getting a rework, and then Emperor and Celeste are both getting LD boards. The Emperor is going to be getting a new BT, so Emperor is going to be our next BT user. And there will be free first multi draws for both banners. And we also have Crystal Awakenings for Emperor, Yuffie, Selphie, Aiko, and Lulu. Next is going to be on April 5th, El Naj's Lost Chapter is going to be returning. And then we also have Aranea. Now, this event for Aranea is, we are getting her LD weapon for this event, but this is kind of like a rerun event, but they said that they might be changing a few things. I can't remember if they said such things, but they said that there's going to be something different. But she is getting her LD weapon with the release of her event, and they will have a first multi-draw, a free first multis basically for both of these banners. And then Emperor will be synergy for this event, and then the costumes for Aranea and Garnet will be available as well. Also, one thing to note is that in the JP side, El Naj's LD boards got, I guess, like fixed. I think there was like a bug or something like that. I can't remember entirely on what the whole issue was with El Naj, but basically he is getting I guess quote unquote fixed, and he will be 100% whenever the Lost Chapter for him does drop. Afterwards, we have the Beat Back Challenge event, which starts on April 14th. When this event drops, Yustola will be getting her LD and her BT weapons, and then the banners will have a free multi-draw on it. These are the synergy characters for that event. Yustola will also be getting a rework. Yustola and Kuja will be getting Awakening, so Crystal level 80, and then Kuja will be getting his LD board as well. Finally, Trey's Lost Chapter will be dropping on April the 19th, and he will be getting his LD and his LD boards, etc., etc. And then Trey will be featured on Boss Rush number 3. Now, Boss Rush number 3, there's a lot to get into in that fight. But Boss Rush number 3 is coming on April the 23rd. Both banners will have a free first multi, and the new BT, which will be Yustola, will be featured on both. So she will be synergy for both events. Now, one thing that I do want to talk about is going to be the so-called like the news that they are holding back. For some reason they decided to hold back on. So basically, after the event, the initial event where Yustola gets her LD and BT, there's going to be a seasonal campaign. Now, with this seasonal campaign, Sarah is supposed to be getting her LD weapon. Now, the thing is, though, I don't understand why they didn't announce it during the live stream, so I don't know if they are going to change up something with her, but we shall see. Also, another thing that they did not announce is that in the Boss Rush event, Waka is going to be getting his LD as well, and I believe he is also getting a rework. I can't remember, but he is for sure getting an LD. So that's another thing that they, for some reason, they decided to just not announce. Again, I'm not entirely sure why they did that, But those are the two things, the two missing things that they did not want to release, or I guess like talk about during the live stream. So again, I don't know if they're gonna be doing anything different with Sarah. I don't think, I don't believe, I feel 100% confident that they won't change anything with Waka. But for Sarah, there's a big question mark, because I think a lot of people in the community will pretty much know that Sarah, she got her LD, but she did not get a rework, and really nothing really changed about her. In all honesty, like, unless they are planning to change something big on her, then it's most likely going to be a big skip for me. But those are the two big things that they did not mention during the community live stream today. So but other than that though, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, the big events are, of course, Emperor Yustola are going to be the next burst characters for the month of April. We got Divine Summon boards coming up later this week. We have 2 lost chapters. We have a couple new events coming up. Boss Rush number 3, which is probably one of the more difficult ones because of said reasons, which I will talk about more as we get closer to the event. And yeah, and a lot of free multi-draws and, you know, other few things, and the quality of life updates that people have been wanting. So but yeah, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and let me know what you are most excited for the month of April. Take care, guys, and I will catch y'all in my next video.